What's up guys, Jordan here from Show Me Vegas with another update video for you. Hey, in case you hadn't noticed, it's almost the new year. 2023 was a fantastic year in Vegas. It's come nearly all the way back since the pandemic and the future looks as bright as ever. And that's very evident by all the new things coming to Vegas in 2024. There are some fantastic things coming to the Strip and beyond, from restaurants to hotels to new attractions. So in this video, we're going to go over what's new in Las Vegas in 2024. Number one, the first and only brand new hotel and casino on the Las Vegas Strip in 2024 will be Fontainebleau. Yes, I know technically it opens in December 2023, and actually we're going to be there for that. We put out a video showing you what to expect at the new Fontainebleau when it opens this month. I'll link that video in the description box down below, but also don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we plan on giving you one of the first looks inside this new property. Hopefully one of the first reviews of Fontainebleau on YouTube will be found right here on Show Me Vegas, so be sure and subscribe. In a nutshell, Fontainebleau is the tallest occupiable building in the state of Nevada. It's 68 stories tall. It's going to have 3,644 hotel rooms, ultra high-end luxury, a huge casino, nightclub, day club, tons of brand new restaurants. This is a huge moment for Vegas, and even if this hotel struggles at the outset, which it probably will based on the location, it's still a huge deal for Las Vegas because Fontainebleau, the building, became an eyesore that nobody thought was going to be completed. And in 2024, you'll have a chance to go down there and check it out, finally. Next up, hopefully in January, Ole Red is going to open on the Las Vegas Strip. This is a restaurant and music venue by country music superstar Blake Shelton. He already has a few of these in other locations like Nashville and Orlando, but this is going to be his Vegas location. It's going to be the biggest one yet, seating 686 people across 4 stories, including a rooftop lounge. This is at the corner of the Boulevard and Flamingo Road, right in front of the Horseshoe, right at the base of the Horseshoe's marquee on that corner that's been under construction forever, seemingly. Originally, this was supposed to open in December of 2023, and based on the look of construction, I still think January is pretty optimistic, but that's what they're saying. The area in front of the Horseshoe has been under development for quite some time, and this is one of the last pieces. The other one we'll talk about later in this video, but if you like live music, southern cooking, and adult beverages, this is going to be a great new place to hang out on the Strip, hopefully beginning in January 2024. In February, we'll have the debut of Atomic Golf next to the Strat on the extreme north end of the Strip. If you like Top Golf, then you'll be right at home at Atomic Golf, although I will say I think Atomic Golf's got a little bit more personality. According to the website, the venue is over 99,000 square feet of electrified and animated fun where the best elements of the game of golf fuse together with great food, colorful drinks, and an engaging atmosphere. Atomic Golf will have 103 hitting bays across 4 levels of action, luxury suites, a tap room, meeting rooms, the Cosmic Lounge, a putting zone, and something they're calling the Astrocade, which kind of looks like a sports book only without the sports betting. It's a place to watch sports and entertainment while you're not playing golf. I've got to say this looks pretty cool. Now, I've done Top Golf in other cities, but not in Las Vegas, and I got to say I'm probably more inclined to go to Atomic Golf in Vegas than I am Top Golf, especially if it's not as busy. Alright, also happening in February in Vegas is, of course, the Super Bowl, or as they like to call it in Vegas, the big game. That's because the casinos don't have the rights to use the words Super Bowl in their marketing materials, so it's always known as the big game or the big game party. Vegas has been a natural fit for the Super Bowl for a long time, but they didn't have a venue or a team. Well, now they've got both. Allegiant Stadium is a fantastic NFL stadium, and it's going to host the Super Bowl on February 11th, 2024. Vegas is always a flurry of activity for the Super Bowl, regardless of where it's being hosted, but this year it's probably going to be taken to a whole nother level. The economic impact of the Super Bowl in the city of Las Vegas is expected to be north of $600 million for just this one-day event. Even if you can't attend the game, and you probably cannot, if you can afford the sky-high room rates for that weekend, it's a great time to visit Vegas. The Super Bowl is always a huge event, and this year it's going to be even bigger. Alright, later on in the spring, at a date yet to be announced, the Pinky Ring, a jazz lounge by Bruno Mars, is going to open at the Bellagio. This is going to be in the space that used to be Lily Cocktail Lounge right in the center of the casino floor. As much as we hated to see Lily go, this looks like a pretty suitable replacement. This looks really cool. In a press release, Bruno Mars said himself, and I quote, "I've been performing in Vegas for a few years, and I've always wanted a place where I could throw glamorous parties when I'm in town. A place that felt like my own personal penthouse suite with live music and sensational cocktails. the pinky ring is that. Sounds like Bruno plans to be a frequent guest at his own establishment. This being open at the Bellagio can guarantee you two things. One, it's going to be done right, and two, it's going to be pretty expensive. But if you like Bruno Mars, jazz, and great cocktails, this is going to be a cool place to go in 2024. Alright, also, early in 2024, DreamBox 360 is coming to the Link Promenade. This is going to be right next to the Ice Bar, and it's a 5D projection experience. We've seen similar things like at Crystals and Area 15, but this is going to be a smaller one seating 35 people. The first shows are going to include one called the Arctic Ghost Ship. It's going to be a 15-minute journey with visuals and sound and actual 5D effects of rain, mist, wind, and more. Also, the weekend trip is going to be available on Friday and Saturday evenings with trippy projections, a live DJ, an open bar, and 5D effects of thunderstorms and blizzards. Alright, another attraction slated for the Strip in early 2024. Again, no specific date, but Playground is coming to Luxor, Las Vegas on the atrium level near the Titanic exhibit and bodies. They're describing this as a 14,000 square foot playground that has no virtual reality, no augmented reality, and no arcade games. You're going to enter on a slide just like a child on a playground. They're going to have tactile games for everyone, physical, memory, puzzle, and word games. According to one of the co-founders, it's really like being dropped into your own game show. The environment will be bright and colorful, and it will invite families with children by day, but adults only at night. It will have 17 different attractions and immersive exhibitions, including a 1,400 square foot bounce house with a Velcro wall. Most of the games are team-oriented and viewable to encourage the group dynamic. They say it's going to take about 90 minutes if you want to come in and do all of the things, but there's no time limit on how long or how little time you have to spend there. Admission price has not yet been set, but this does look like a cool alternative to gambling or shows or just plain old arcades. This looks really neat. We might just have to go check it out when it does open in early 2024. Another exciting development in early 2024 in Vegas will be the opening of the two latest stations on the Vegas Loop. If you're not familiar with the Loop, this is the underground tunnel system being developed by Elon Musk's The Boring Company. It features underground tunnels that have Teslas taking people from place to place. It started at the Las Vegas Convention Center and has gone to Resorts World so far. But in the first quarter of the year, new stations are going to open at Encore and Westgate. Both stations will have service to the main hall at the Vegas Convention Center, and from there people could go also to Resorts World. This is just part of the overall design that's going to eventually, supposedly, include 69 stations all across Vegas. This is taking perhaps longer to develop than a lot of us thought, but it is still progressing, and the two new stations that open next year are proof. Alright, as we get closer to summer, one of the larger events hosted in Vegas every year is EDC, that's Electric Daisy Carnival. This is a huge electronic dance music festival, the largest in North America. This is now hosted out of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The capacity for all the stages combined each day is 175,000 people, and they sell it out. Attendance last year, 2023, was 520,000 guests over the 3 days total. This takes place May 17th through the 19th, 2024. And although it's not on the Strip, hotels do book up well in advance, and room rates typically skyrocket during this, just like they do other large events in Vegas. So if you're into EDM music, feel free to come that weekend, but if you're not, I would suggest not coming May 17th through the 19th, 2024. On the topic of entertainment, there is a new show coming to the Link. It's by Spiegelworld. If you're not familiar with Spiegelworld, they're the ones who produce Absinthe and Atomic Saloon. Formerly OPM at Cosmopolitan, that is closed, but they are opening a brand new one at the Link. It's going to be called Disco Show, and it's going to occupy the space that used to be the sports book at the Link. That old sports book is upstairs, and it was sealed off sometime around the time they changed from the Imperial Palace to the Quad, and it looked like a time capsule. It's just kind of behind closed doors for a long time. Spiegelworld has already renovated that space. They tore out the old sports book, and they're going to be putting this new show in there. Quite frankly, this looks pretty awesome. This is going to be a 2-story venue that's also going to have a diner attached, kind of like what they did with Super Frico and OPM. Not only that, but they're describing the theater as an enormous LED box with screens covering the walls and floor to make the show feel like a party. Participation isn't necessary, but it's going to be dancing room only without traditional showroom seats, which is going to make people want to get up and move. Essentially, when you go to see this show, you're going to be part of the show. You're going to be on the dance floor. This is a really cool concept. I think it's going to be great, and we're going to have to check this out when it comes opening summer 2024. Also coming to the Vegas Strip summer 2024 is Pinkies by Vanderpump. This is going to be Lisa Vanderpump's third restaurant in Las Vegas, following the original Vanderpump at Caesars Palace and then Vanderpump à Paris at Paris, Las Vegas. Vanderpump venues have been enormously successful so far, and I don't think this one's going to be any different. This is going to be at the Flamingo, where the Bird Bar used to be. I know a lot of people are sad to see the Bird Bar go and their 99-cent beers and their cheap happy hour deals, but this is the way Vegas is moving. It's moving to more expensive, swankier types of venues, and this is going to be no exception. I'm not going to lie, we have really enjoyed the other Vanderpump locations, as expensive as they are. They take you away from the hustle and bustle of the Las Vegas Strip into a really nice atmosphere, and we've always enjoyed the food and the drinks there. We're looking forward to this one opening in the summer of 2024. Alright, coming fall 2024, the Boulevard. This is that huge shopping and dining district being developed where the Hawaiian Marketplace used to be, just south of Planet Hollywood on the east side of the Strip, north of the Showcase Mall. If you've been on the Strip anytime recently, you've seen the construction, which is actually moving along pretty well. This is going to be 400,000 square feet of shopping and dining across 2 levels, and a 3rd rooftop level, which is going to be mostly bars, lounges, and restaurants. You're probably thinking, does the Strip really need more shopping? And probably not, but this looks like an absolutely awesome development, and it's coming along really fast. They've actually got quite a few anchor tenants already signed up for this. The renderings look really cool. The ground floor retail is actually double height, so they're going to have dramatic storefronts. This is a great walkable location. I think if this thing fills up, this is going to be a huge addition to the Las Vegas Strip. It can't be definitely any worse than that Hawaiian Marketplace that used to be there before. And perhaps one day it's going to sit right at the base of a brand new hotel and casino by Tillman Fertitta that's supposed to be built right there on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Harmon. Now that one was announced last October, and nothing has been done with that land yet. Although in 2023, some permits were filed to start with a base there and the beginnings of a parking garage, so hopefully that project is still in the works. Either way, the Boulevard is coming to Las Vegas in the fall of 2024. Okay, earlier in the video when I was talking about Ole Red in front of the Horseshoe, I mentioned that was the next to last piece to complete that Horseshoe Grand Bazaar shops. The other part is Bottled Blonde. This is a 4-story entertainment venue and lounge that's going to be built right next to Ole Red. It's slated to be open sometime in late 2024, although clearly it's nowhere near as far along as Ole Red. This place bills itself as a pizzeria and bar by day that turns into a vibrant nightlife scene at night. It's going to be 4 stories, 25,000 square feet, and cost in the neighborhood of $50 million. The location is great. It's going to have a bird's eye view of the fountains of Bellagio. The company is based out of Arizona. They currently have locations in Arizona, Texas, and Florida. And according to the website, Bottled Blonde turns into a high-energy nightclub after dark with an upbeat happy hour, complete with VIP tables and bottle service. Again, the timetable for this one is a little bit murky, but they are saying late 2024. One of my most anticipated openings in Las Vegas in 2024 is going to be down at Mandalay Bay, and it's going to be called Swingers. No, not that type of swingers party. This is going to be mini golf, or what they call crazy golf. This debuted as a pop-up location in East London about a decade ago, and Swingers describes crazy golf as a British spin on the classic game of mini golf, reinvented for a 21 and over audience with the addition of craft cocktails served by caddies on the course, delicious street food, a theatrical setting, and DJs to bring customers the ultimate experience. This is going to be their flagship venue, and it's going to offer 5 crazy golf courses over 3 levels, 40,000 square feet of space. They're saying the venue is going to take the trademark Swingers English countryside theme to a whole new scale with the introduction of its immersive and theatrical English country house concept. I don't know exactly what that means, but it looks, based on these renderings, like it's going to be absolutely awesome. If you like golf, or you like mini golf, head down to Mandalay Bay in 2024 when this opens. We don't have an actual opening date yet, probably sometime late in the year. Finally coming to Vegas in 2024 is F1. Okay, returning to Las Vegas in 2024. The second annual Las Vegas Grand Prix is slated to take place again on the Vegas Strip in November of 2024. Say what you will about the first event, but by the time it finally rolled around, I think it was a pretty big success. There were a lot of headaches and there were a lot of problems caused by this, but we've been told many times that in the future it's not going to take nearly as long to set up or nearly as long to tear down. I guess we're about to find out in this coming year. Either way, it's going to happen at least in 2024 and 2025. And if Las Vegas leaders have their way, it's going to happen for the foreseeable future, possibly indefinitely. So like it or not, F1 is coming back to the Strip. I do think that the event turned out a little bit better than most people, myself included, anticipated. And I'm actually a little bit excited to see how they pull it off next year. Before we wrap this up, let's talk a little bit about entertainment residencies in Vegas in 2024. Let's go rapid fire. Carrie Underwood, May through August at Resorts World. David Blaine, Magician, February through May at Encore Theater. Rod Stewart, July and August at Caesars Palace. Shania Twain, May, August, and September at Planet Hollywood. Garth Brooks, September through December at Caesars. U2 is going to continue their residency at the Sphere in January and February, and Adele, of course, is going to remain at Caesars at least January through June. No, this is not an exhaustive list by any means. Some of the old standbys like Wayne Newton and Donny Osmond will still be there, and there will be a lot of one-off concerts throughout the year. Hey, concerts and residencies could fill up an entire video in and of themselves, so I'm just going to leave it at that short list. If you want to know more, you know where to go. The internet is a great resource. And while that was not a complete list of Vegas residencies and concerts, neither was this a complete list of all the new things coming to Vegas in 2024. We can't talk about them all because that video would be far too long. In this video, I just picked out some of the things that were most interesting to me and I thought were the headliners coming to the Strip and beyond in the coming year. Hey, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Also, turn on that notification bell. Leave a comment down below. What are you most excited about in Vegas in 2024? Is it your trip? Is it one of these things I discussed in this video, or is it something I left out? As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video because there's always more for us to show you on Show Me Vegas.